Guys, welcome back. Name is Timmy Tran. I'm your link to the fire within and to God. Now, you guys, if you don't process, well, first of all, God give you the power. He give you free will. Now, you guys, if you don't process the information properly, you can get mad, you can get upset. But that's your choice, right? I'm not going to force you anything. I'm going to do what Jesus Christ does. I will tell you the truth, right? You're struggling in life because what you've learned all your life, right? You learn to follow your emotion and your feeling. But that's human do. That's what human do, right? Because what we learn from the people around us, we're unable to think for yourselves. So what happened? We'll learn what's around us, what's created for us, right? God give us power to learn, what's right and what's wrong, and to think out, outside the box. Don't just follow the other human. That's why I say, trust in God, not in me, not in me, right? And not in other people. You got to trust in God, and you look at other people, say the thing and do, and most thing, do not say, right? Just do. Do the thing. That's very important. Anybody can say anything. That's why word can be manipulated really bad, right? It can change people if you don't have God principle. It can change you. But that's the way it is. Whether you like it or not, that's the way it is. That's how God created, right? And the most important thing is that when you need somebody help, you don't go be mean to that person. If you know somebody that have more more stuff than you, more power than you, or whatever it is, you don't go to be mean to that person. Because when you weak, what happened? You need help. Somebody pull you out, right? And there's somebody that have resource to pull you out. But if you go and be mean to that person, what happened? You give them more power. Because the way it works is that, you know what? And especially right now these days where we have a lot of camera going on. In back old day, we don't have no camera, so it's like nobody know, right? So now into these days, if you do things, people see it every day. So eventually, most people want to be following order and be good, right? Most people are like that, and that's why we got work running. If just think about people want to go in front of other people and permit, limit people from saying anything or doing anything, we won't have a war. Because everybody gonna fight and people killing each other. That's the way it works, right? You see people shuffle in your face. They have freedom, but they can shuffle in your face and tell you what to do, right? And that's wrong. That's the wrong direction. But that's only a group of those people, right? Go out there and get into other people's face. You know what? I got freedom. I do what I want. That's the wrong way to do, right? You got freedom, but you got to give people space. That's why you got to live in cohesive. You could coexist together, but you force on people, it's not going to work. And especially when you're wrong, you force on other people, it's not going to work, right? And then if you need help from people, the people have resort. You got to be nice to them. No, go ahead and say, a lot of people, have resorts want to help you, right? They just want to gain more stuff from you. But there's group, small group of people that are willing to help you. But you got to willing to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? So if you go out there and you ask, you want help with somebody, but you have, and you go there and be mean to that person, yell at that person, blame him, all kind of stuff like that, how are he going to help you? Like somebody come up to you and start yelling at you and say, I don't believe what you're doing, stuff like that, but I need help. And how's a person going to help you? And that's the way it works, guys. That's the way God creates things, right? Right? And you got to know how to guide your power, your free will. If you don't know how to guide that, I don't know what else to tell you. Because whatever, all your life, the situation where you in at is because what you learn around you and what people's come in you. And if you can distinguish right or wrong on the information, because it's easy today where online now people cut and clip. See, they don't have time to tell you the complete truth, the whole story. They give you part of the story. Whichever story part you want. If they give you evil part of it, then you believe evil part. If they give you a good part, you believe a good part, right? But you don't see the whole story. So, and that's why most people live in the world today, guys. You live in where you see a little clip of it, then that's all you know. You don't know the whole story. But it's very important that you gotta see how people started this and the situation. How did it start? Not just a little clip of it, how did it start? The situation. Everything could be prevented. It depends on the people's attitude, right? If you don't follow order, you have bad attitude, right? Granted, say yes, that's some bad law enforcement, but they run by human. Some of these guys are human. They're or lady, they're human. They react just like you do, right? The difference is that they have a uniform on, right? They're just trying to protect you, or they're just trying to, carry out the law. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of these guys don't really understand the law. So they just go out there and trying to get paid, right? And they're trying to keep the peace, right? But they really don't understand the law, right? The law is actually, you got to stop people from being violent. But right now it seems like they don't, right? They're scared, right? Because what happened? Everybody trying to go against them. But the thing is that the people that get into the people that carry out the law, you're gonna give them more power. You're gonna give these law people more power the way you doing things. You're not helping anybody else out. You're not helping yourself out. You can put yourself in danger, and you will put so many other people in danger. The more of these people that go against the law, what happened? And we see it, right? So when we see it, more people will say, okay, put some more restrictions on it. Be more aggressive. These crazy people out there, right? And that's gonna happen, right? If you go out there and you get yourself hurt, you get other people hurt, then what happened? You just give more power to whoever's in power. That's the way it works, whether you like it or not. Because eventually, most people want law and orders, right? So if you go out there and you are not conducting in a way peaceful, or top of that, you get into all these people and you start hurting them. More of these law people, yeah, not all of them are good, right? Yeah, there's some bad one in there, right? So if you go out there and show the world how violent you are, how respectful you are against people that really trying to protect you, right? So when something bad happened, what happened? They gonna gain more power because the public, more people is gonna support them, then give them more power, which is normal thing. That's the way it is. That's the way the world worked for thousands of years, whether you like it or not. So if you want to go out there and protest, guys, just gotta keep it peaceful. Don't get your emotion running, right? You don't want to get hurt, and you don't want to hurt nobody else, right? That's more important, guys. Protest peacefully, right? You can't throw fire in a fire. You're gonna make a big fire. Yeah, you can't throw gas in a fire, right? But that's the power that you have, your free will, and depending on what information, who you learn it from, you will carry the action. So that's my wisdom for today, guys. And I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoy your life. And be prosper and follow the right God and right principle. That's God, Jesus Christ, and Ten Commandments. Have a good day. Bye bye.